I need to tell you something funny that just happened. I had it in my head. Third period and fourth period, all like, I have no explanation. I had it in my head that today was Friday, and I had to hurry, and get the basketball broadcast set up. And I had this in my head, and I've had it in my head since the middle of third period. I don't know where it came from. Today is not Friday. It is absolutely Thursday. Thank goodness. It is Thursday, February 5th. But I was at the end of fourth period today. The kids have been working, taking photos, working in Lightroom. It was great. It was a very productive day. And then I thought, okay, so as soon as the bell rings, I got to just jet. I got to run over to the broadcast studio, set up, all the broadcast equipment over in the basketball, in the gym for the basketball games. We have a doubleheader tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, the guys are going to be waiting down there for me. My students are waiting there ready for me. I just got to go hustle. So I'm going to hustle. And I even told the kids, there were 2 kids left in the room, and I was like, you guys going to be a long time? And they're like, no, we're out of here in a minute. I said, okay, good, because I got to set up for the basketball game. And then I don't remember what it was that set me straight, but I was standing at the door, and I went, I know what it was. I went, hold on a sec. I haven't had my weekly meeting with my professional learning community. Usually we meet over Zoom and talk over, goofy things that we're all struggling with. And I went, wait, I never met with those guys this week. I never met with anybody this week. And then I looked at my watch to see the time, and I saw that it said THU Thursday. And I went, it's not Friday, it's Thursday. Like, literally, I had for possibly 2.5 hours, I had it stuck in my head that it's Friday. I got to run, right? It's like this hustle day. Nope. Definitely, absolutely, 100%, it's Thursday. And I'm glad it's Thursday. Get to be with you guys. Let's do some puzzles. Tonight, I got to tell you about something really fun that's happening tonight. Tonight, we do this every year, but tonight is the daddy-daughter dance. And my kids are getting older, I've got I've got one daughter that is, all of her friends are way too cool to be at the daddy-daughter dance. She's a high schooler herself. And then I've got an incoming high schooler, and then a younger child. So, and they're not too cool yet. But even my oldest daughter, she's not too cool to go with me. So I appreciate that she does that. Yeah, it's just fun, just really fun. So when you first get in, they have, there's a dance and a DJ. And a chance to take photos, and a little, like, they actually hire a photographer. It's not just like a goofy little photo booth. Like, they actually hire a photography company to come in and capture all the photos, and then they send each of the printed photos to the kids in their homeroom, and they got a whole system, right? It's a whole system. But each year we get a cute little kind of commemorative photo, and then and there's a cookie and a chance to write cute little Valentine's cards for their, for friends or for mom or for whoever their sweethearts are. Maybe for Stone, who knows? All right, well, good. Yeah, remember Stone from last time? We were just joking about that. Because, he's a family friend in the neighborhood. It's funny. Okay, well, good. How are we doing? Let's dive in and we'll play connections. How about that? All right, creating 4 groups of 4. I see Bruce. Yes, Brucey. American flag. Bump. Spike. Jeans. Butt. Bald eagle. Ram. Baseball. Ang or ong. I've seen that as ong. Ocean. Apple pie. Christopher. Lapis lazuli, beautiful blue stone, knock, and sky. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is sky, lapis lazuli, ocean, maybe jeans. Maybe you know what? Probably the red herring today is American flag, bald eagle, apple pie. Oh, but there's also baseball and jeans. Those are blue things. Okay, blue things, great. I saw Bump and Spike. To ram, to butt into something, to bump something, to knock into it. To collide with. There we go. Oh, so maybe it is right. American, truly American things. American flag, apple pie, baseball, bald eagle. Cultural symbols of the U.S. See, I thought that was going to be a red herring. I was like, oh, I'm not going to guess that one. Of course not. That's clearly a red herring. Not going to do that. Clearly, leave it to me to get the easiest and the hardest for last, right? That's how it usually goes. Christopher, Bruce, Ong, and Spike. Ong Lee. So who are they? Ong Lee, Bruce Lee. I think that's Bruce Lee's son. Christopher Lee and Spike Lee. The director and actor Spike Lee. All right. Well, I got the blue first, and fittingly, the blue category is things about being blue. So blue things, jeans, right? You got your denim, lapis lazuli, beautiful, beautiful stone. Blue ocean, blue sky. How about the green? To collide with, to bump, to butt, to knock, and to ram. Cultural symbols of the U.S., the American flag, apple pie, bald eagle, baseball, jeans, butt. I'm just kidding. Lees of Hollywood. Ong Lee, Bruce Lee, Christopher Lee, and Spike Lee. Remind me who Christopher Lee is. Actor and singer. Oh, of course. He's like, imagine like oh, what was he in? I mean, Lord of the Rings, right? Of course. He was, crap. Who was the the bad guy? Help. I keep wanting to say Gandalf. I know it's wrong. I haven't read Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or anything in so long. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. Help. Christopher Lee was Sauron. Oh my gosh. It hurts. Oh my gosh. I hope nobody that likes Lord of the Rings is watching. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Of course, Sauron. I would say I need to go home and go to bed, but here we are. We are home, and I could go to bed right now. No, I can't, because I got this daddy-daughter dance coming up soon. Oh my gosh. Sauron. Just think the bad guy, right? Sauron. Golly. How? I'm mystified. All right, the mini. Ooh, all 5-letter words today. Let's see. Battery warning from a smoke detector. Maybe a chirp. Chirp. Word that can precede book or tour. I don't know. Date book, date tour. Extreme edge. That is the edge. I don't know. Like a wobbly screw. I don't know. Tilted. Type in. Keyed. I don't know. Alternative to streaming. That is, I don't know. Everything is streaming. How about cable? Does anybody buy cable anymore? One of the Great Lakes. How about Huron? Lake Huron. Dummy. Maybe an idiot. Wash under a tap. Rinse. Whoa, don't spell it that way. Rinse. Game in which Paul Newman successfully Cons a crime boss in The Sting. Okay, well, we can do this. Audio book, audio tour, extreme edge, on the brink, loose, and then enter. Poker, of course. Of course, of course. Paul Newman successfully cons a crime boss in The Sting. How about in a poker game? Battery warning from a smoke detector, chirp. Word that can precede book or tour, audio book, audio tour. Extreme edge, on the brink. Like a wobbly screw, loose. Yeah, it is a loose screw if it's wobbly. To type in, to enter. Oh, yeah, to enter. Alternative to streaming, cable. Can you still buy a cable package nowadays? I have no idea. It's just everybody streams now. One of the Great Lakes, Lake Huron. Dummy, idiot. To wash under a tap is to rinse. And then game in which Paul Newman successfully cons a crime boss in The Sting. They're playing poker. I need to remind myself of that. The Sting. Oh, I remember this. Do you guys remember this? High stakes poker. God, I haven't seen that one in so long. 1973. That's a great old movie. I love old movies. I do. I really love old movies. The Sting. Why is that paused? It's all paused. I'm going to refresh the page. Sometimes things work really well on YouTube, and then sometimes it's like, hello? Are you okay? Are you doing okay? Do you need some water? Do you need to lie down? Look at that one, even froze. Oh my gosh. I don't know. The streaming, I'm getting, 9,000 kilobits per second. So it's not like we're slowing down on my end, giving data. Just, I don't know. Sometimes my connection is a little unpredictable. All right. Well, we're having Wordle. We're doing Wordle, having a good time. We just had a bunch of 5-letter words. Like chirp. Chirp was a great word. That's a fun one. Oh! What the heck? Okay, we got a P at the end. Something with a P. Pin up. No, there's no I. Okay, there's no I. Sleep. Okay, so green means it's in the right place. So let's work backwards maybe. P at the end. This could be B, T, P, N, P, E, P, O, P. Help. Not so much. Something P. EP. AP. Could be PP. Maybe it's a double P. It's only 4 letters. Sorry, I see my chat moving in the corner of my eye, but I have just a personal rule that I don't look at the chat during the Wordle. So I will get back to you. You could scream the answer at me. I will not be looking. It's just a personal rule of mine. I just don't want anybody to give away the answer during the Wordle. Specifically the Wordle. Any of the other answers you can shout out at me, but specifically the Wordle I tend to not look at. Blorp. I'm having a hard time thinking of what could come next. Bleep. I'm gonna bleep out the answer, or like a swear word. I haven't guessed the L yet. Haven't guessed the B yet. It's not. Okay. It's not. Bleep out an answer. Stoop? Is that how you spell it? Oh, I thought stoop was S-T-O-O-P. I was super ready for it to tell me that was not it, because stoop is S-T-O-O-P, but apparently S-T-O-U-P is a word. Okay. Snoop? Okay. Oh my gosh. Swoop. Could be swoop. Scoop. Swoop. Smoop. I've been in this position before where I did, like, you know, you get caught in a rabbit hole like this. Swoop. I don't know. Okay. I'm just nervous. Oh. Wayano, don't even worry about it. No. You are here in the chat. I am glad you're here. Don't ever feel bad for anything you say in the chat. You could spoil every answer. In fact, SG came on one time and totally was like, "Oh man, it's so funny that there was one day he was like, yeah, it's so funny that they said bunny twice." And I was like, because bunny was the answer in the mini crossword one time. And I was like, "What do you mean they said it twice? Like, they only said it once, and it was in the the mini crossword." And he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my bad," because I hadn't played the Wordle yet, and apparently the Wordle also was bunny. He felt so bad. I was like, "No, dude, it's fine. It's fine." Look at that. It's all greens today. That's funny. Yeah. Good guesses. Pants. Plump. Oh, I could have said plump. Hold on. P-L-U. There's U. And I hadn't even guessed an M yet. All right. You're right. I should have said plump. Yep. Nice. Okay. Should we play the Strands? Nervous about the Strands a little bit. You know, we're off to a good start here, but I don't know. We're going to find out. Strands. Quint essential. So this is about things that are essential or things that come in quints, come in sets of 5. Okay, something that's essential. It's got to be essential. Sheesh. Almost looks like sheesh. Robe. Air is air. Where's robe? Robe. Okay, it's not robe. Robes. Put an S on the end? No. 5. What does that mean? Quint essential. So like maybe these are essential things, like an emergency pack will have like a flare in it, or you know what I mean? Now we do have a hint. We've earned a hint by guessing words that weren't there. Wayana, do you see anything? Days. Wait a minute. Weekdays? Oh, these are things that come in 5s. Oh my gosh. Okay, quint. Quint means 5, like a quintet. Has 5 players in it. Okay, you nailed it. Nuh-uh. Are you for real? Dude, how you doing? That's wild. Well, welcome. Welcome. Okay, so what are other things that come in fives? What are things that come in fives? 5 days of the week. I like that. 5 infinity stones. Wolves. Oh, wait. Here's the spangram. Give me 5. There it is. Give me 5. Things that happen in groups of 5. 5. So it's got to be like either Rob at the end or Borough. The 5 boroughs. There we go. The 5 boroughs of New York. 5. Oh, I know. 5 senses. 5 senses. 5 weekdays. 5 boroughs of New York. 5. These are like specific things. It's not just like generic, like, oh, 5 players in a quartet, you know? Oh, yeah, 5 vowels. There we go. 5 vowels. Oh, I love it. Yes. Yes. Oceans. 5 oceans. What is this one? Have I been to... Yeah, I've been to New York City tons of times. I grew up actually fairly close, about an hour and a half away from New York City. In fact, the opening of the Music Man oh my gosh, I forget what year it was, but it was... I'm old, okay? I'll give you that. It was about the turn of the century. But my marching band, we played 76 trombones for the opening of the Music Man on Broadway. It was awesome. It was awesome. 5... What? It's got to end in S. Oh, 5 toes. I'm like, what is this word? There's only so many combinations of letters there. 5 toes, yes. Oh, that's funny. Abigail, welcome. First time on live. Only ever watched after live. Oh, I'm so glad you came on time. Look at that. How about that? I love that. So you usually just watch and you're like, well, what are they talking about? Because you can't see the chat. Or can you see the chat? I bet you can see the chat afterwards, right? So you're like, why does he keep talking to these people? Who are these people? Oh, that's so funny. Cool. Awesome. Well, let's see. Quint essential. At first I thought it was like the essential part of it. No, it's like quint, right? Things that happen in 5, like a quintet. I love that. So, give me 5. Give me 5 was the spangram today. 5 senses, the 5 boroughs, the 5 oceans, the 5 vowels, A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y, so kind of 6, I'm just saying. And then 5 weekdays, and then 5, I was like, octets? What is it? No, 5 toes. You got 5 toes on your leg hand. On your leg hand. Don't forget it. Oh my gosh. Whatever that thing is called. What is that? Your leg hand. Okay. So letterbox. Usually I need some help here. I have set up kind of a personal rule. Aranya has heard of this one too. But after a while, if I start getting like a little bit tilted playing this one, because my adrenaline starts pumping, I get anxious because I can't think of it, and I want to move on. I'm gonna call clock, just like when you're playing poker. You can call clock on somebody for taking too long, and then it's just time for me to like I guess, throw in the towel and maybe look up an answer, and I'm okay with that. Totally fine. I'm here to have fun, not to like stress myself out. But I am happy for you guys to also help me. In fact, I would rather you guys help me. So, Abigail, I'm so glad you're here live. That's so cool. So cool. How does this work? Great question, Wina. I'm just Wiano. I'm gonna keep calling you that, even though you go way back. For doxing sake or whatever, or you get what I mean. You know what I mean. Try and solve in 4 words. We have these 12 letters here, and what you do is you bounce across, right? And what you're trying to do is create words, and the first letter of the next word chains to the previous word. So like I'm not explaining it well. The first word, whatever it ends with, that's what you start the next word with. So if we start with, say, the word beg, right, then the next word has to start with a G, right? Like gorda. That is a word, it's just not in English. Gorda means fat woman in Spanish and Portuguese too. Okay, so we got B, I, and A on one side. Oh, and you can't use the same, like you can't double a letter because, it's all on the same side. And you also can't use 2 of the same letter on the same side, one after the other. You can bounce across and then come back, but you can't I can't do like B, I, G, right? Because B and I are on the same side. Boba. I couldn't say boba because I could go B-O and then back to the B, but I can't do the B-A, right? So I see B, I, and A, W-G-R, E-C-M, O-D, and Y. Okay, so... Goated. Man, Miller, you're the goat. You're the goated. That's not what they mean. Could you put an R on the end? Goater? No, not a word. It's funny. Sometimes you'd think it was a word, but it totally doesn't work. Goated means like to egg on, right? Doesn't that mean like to I think it means to egg somebody on, to noodle them, to what is it? To needle. No, to needle them. Martyr. See here. Let's see if it is. M-A-R-D-E-R. Nope. Martyr. M-A. See, there's no T, but like M-A-R-T-Y-R. Martyr is like someone that dies for a cause, kind of thing, And other people rise, you know what I mean. How you feeling today? I'm feeling kind of bridgy. No, not a word. Not a word. Bridger. Boy, I've taught lots of kids named Bridger. Bridged. We bridged the gap. How you feeling today? I'm feeling pretty damagey. All these EY words. Damn it, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. E. U is a word. E-U-E-W-E. But then we're back on the E again. Damage to do. Yeah. And then we're not on the... Here. Damaged. E-D. And then D... Yeah. We could do that. D-E-W, and then that puts us W... Walkie. Wonky. That's with a K, I think. Okay, another thing we can do is we could tack one to the beginning. Right. Like if we can end a word with a B. Okay, I like these words. As usual, if we get some words and we can't make them fit, we're just going to write them down. Put them in our handy dandy notebook. Bridged. Damaged. Do, but then that does leave C, O, and Y. So we need to figure out words that have the C, O, and Y in them. That would be ideal. We could play word. Word up. Code word. If O and D weren't on the same side, we could play code word. Isn't that how you spell it? Become a hiss and a byword. Maybe it doesn't have the E. By. There we go. We tried a word yesterday. What was the word yesterday that it didn't take? And I was like, everyone in the chat was like, duh, that's a word. Druid. It didn't take the word druid yesterday. Tell me druid is not a word. I'm like, that's not even, like, it kind of is a proper name, like, of a, I don't know. Yeah, we spelled it right this time. Byword. And then, damager. Okay, and then watch this. It's kind of a dicey one. That might be dicier. Awesome. That one's dicey, but this one's dicier. I love it. Okay, so we got it in 3 today. Byword, damaged, and dicier. I'm sure Aranya is going to come. There he is. He's already done it. I was like, yeah, he's probably going to come in and tell you how they did it. You're like pagan clergy. Exactly. Pagan clergy. Druid. But apparently that was not a word that you're allowed to say in this puzzle. I don't know. I'm being censored. What's going on here? Microbrewery and yardage. Really? M-I-C-R-O-B-R-E-W-E-R-Y. Holy smokes. And then yardage. You don't buy it by the foot. You buy it with the yardage. All right. Well, how'd they solve it yesterday? Oviduct and tramway. Okay. Not at all what we did. I don't remember what we did. This is an incoherent mess of letters. Tram. Oh, I said tram car. Oh, I said tram. I said tram. Tram car. And then rowdy and then other stuff. I don't remember what. We said tram car. So oviduct. I don't know. Ask your mom. Take the birds and the bees lessons. You'll find out what an oviduct is. Oh, that's funny. Well, cool. Yeah. Tramway. In fact, Wayano, I thought of you a couple days ago, and I'm trying to remember why. I know. I went to a certain place that you've probably also gone to, but I'm not going to, you gotta be kind of covert about saying things. I never mention like names or places or anything. I don't want to, dox anybody or whatever. But I was at a certain place that I bet you've been to, that had a train shop. Cute little place, pretty small, honestly. But it's this train shop where you can like put in, a quarter or tokens or whatever. We didn't buy it, so I don't know. and you get to watch the train go around for a little while, and then they have one that just is always running. And I thought of you. I thought of you. Yeah. My train conductor. Love it. Very cool. All right, well, we're going to recap our answers. We started with the connections today, and then we worked on over to the mini crossword, which we're going to see in a minute. We did the Wordle, and then the Strands, and then our letterboxed. And if you like what you see today, give this video a like. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. We do this goofy little live stream every day, and hope you get to just enjoy this. So, yeah, anyway, let's dive in. Let's recap our answers. I see connections. Let's go with blue things, jeans, lapis lazuli, ocean, and sky. I love that the blue category was blue things. That's well placed. Well played, Wina. Am I saying their name right? Winaloo? It's not Winaloo, is it? The author of these puzzles. Am I pronouncing it wrong? I don't know. I always see it written Wina. I assume it's Wina, but it might be Winaloo. Yeah, and I love Wayano. They recently got rid of their 15% off MSRP pricing, so it's no longer worth it to shop there. Shoot. Oh, so it is Winna? Okay, I've been saying it wrong all this time. I don't know. I see a what. There, we were just talking about vowels, right? 5 vowels. There's actually 6 vowels. One of them is Y. And if you spell your name Wina, then I might Americanize it. I might anglicize it to Winna. Yeah, you're a winner. That's funny. Yeah. I told some of these guys, but my grandpa did HO scale trains in his basement. He had, a model size, probably, a half mile model size of HO scale train. Actual size, right? HO scale, it was probably, I don't know, 50 feet. No, not even that, because there were 2 tracks. It was probably more like 75 or 80 feet, something like that, of track, and it would go up a hill, go up a whole landscape and stuff. It was pretty neat. That was back when we lived in New Jersey. And then he moved, and then we moved. Actually, we moved first, and then he moved, and he retired to this house, and beautiful condo, but could not accommodate, a large train set. So I think he sold it to, probably somebody on a classified ad or something. Who knows? When I get to retirement age, if I've got boatloads of money, maybe I'd consider making that an HO scale train set. I think that'd be kind of fun. Let's see. To collide with, to bump, to butt, right? To butt heads, to knock, to ram. Cultural symbols of the U.S. That should have been the easiest, most straightforward category, but I thought it was going to be the red herring for the day. It's not always a red herring, but sometimes there is. And I thought, it's got to be a red herring. It's just too good to be true, right? If you get a category that's too good to be true, either it's a really easy yellow category or it's a red herring. And then everyone in the chat laughs at me because they already knew it was a red herring. And I'm always the last to know. I make it a point all throughout the day while I'm teaching. If there's a kid like at a computer playing one of the puzzles, I'm like, nope. And I make a point not to look, But cultural symbols of the U.S., American flag, apple pie, bald eagle, baseball, and Spike Lee. Nothing says cultural appropriation like... Wayano is a city in Pennsylvania where the trains at Lagoon were manufactured. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know that. That's super cool. I love that. Awesome. I wonder if I've ever been close by. I've been to Philadelphia, of course. That was close by. I went to Lancaster. You don't call it Lancaster. It's Lancaster. Dutch country. Oh, man. If you ever go back there, go to Dutch country. Oh, it's gorgeous. Pennsylvania Dutch. Go get some Scrapple and a birch beer. It'll change your life. It really will. It's so good. And the Amish know how to cook too. My goodness, we went to an Amish restaurant one time. You pay a pretty penny. I mean, it's a tourist trap, right? But oh my gosh, authentic Amish food was through the roof. So good. Yeah, I went to Hershey Park too. Oh, speaking of Pennsylvania, we went to Hershey Park one time, Hershey, Pennsylvania, and great rides, fun rides. And then there's like a kind of a factory tour, and you go through this kind of automated ride tour, and you get to like eat chocolate at the end, and there's a gift shop and all that. But oh man, that was really fun. All right, so we did I even hit the button? Yeah, I did. I got all these like doot, 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 and sometimes I forget to hit the button, right? Battery warning from a smoke detector is a chirp. Word that can precede book or tour, audio book, audio tour. Yeah, oh, yep, that's right. There's a train that goes right through. You are correct. The extreme edge. I'm on the brink. Like a wobbly screw, loose. I got a screw loose. I got more than one screw loose. I know that for a fact. Let's see. Type in to enter. Alternative to streaming. Cable. Do people do cable still? I don't know. I have very little of either. I think you can still pick up like the local channels on one of those like rabbit ear antenna things, but everything you can do there, you can also just look up on YouTube, So that's where a lot of people get news lately. For better or for worse. Remember I saw on the mini crossword yesterday, one of the answers was what's the new word of it? MSNBC, MS Now. MS Now stands for News, Opinion, and Weather. No, not Weather. World. Yeah, my source for news, opinion, and world. I keep saying weather. Shoot. Yeah. I don't know. What if I got it without the opinion? I'm just saying. Alternative to streaming, cable. One of the Great Lakes, Lake Huron. There's Lake Erie, Lake... Oh, now you're going to quiz me. Why can I only remember those two? Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake... Not Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan's its own thing. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. The Great Lakes. I spelled it wrong. What are the 5 Great Lakes? Lake Superior. Oh, it is Lake Michigan. Okay, I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior. Okay. Okay, mnemonic device to remember the Great Lakes. Homes, Homes. I remember that there was a mnemonic device. Homes. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior. Another option for west to east order. West to east. Superheroes must eat onions. Or Sergeant Major hates eating onions. In that order. Okay. Huron. Dummy. Idiot. That's not nice. Don't say that word. That's not a nice word. To wash under a tap. To rinse. Game in which Paul Newman successfully cons a crime boss in The Sting. That's poker. I played, let's see, I didn't play poker last night. I played a game that I'd never played before. It's kind of a gambling game. It's a winner take all, loser take nothing kind of game. It was called Left, Right, Center, I think it was. It's dice, right? These special dice that you either roll it and you pass $1 to the left, you pass $1 to the right, you put $1 in the middle, or maybe you do nothing. Am I the only one that's never played this? Have you guys heard this before? Left, Right, Center. Okay, everyone puts $3 into the mix, or $4 or whatever. Roll the dice, and whatever it says to do, either left or right, or drop one in the middle, or you get to keep them, each of the 3 dice, and then pass it on to the next person, and they go and go and go, and the last person to have $1 left gets to keep the whole pot. They win the whole thing. It's winner take all. And the guy I played with yesterday, there were like 8 of us. Statistical improbability, but the guy that won 2 rounds in a row. So he won, there were 8 of us, so altogether he won $48, And we looked it up. We did the math, and it was a 1 in 64 chance, right? Because there's 8 of us, and then the chance that he won a second time, 8 times 8, right? So it was a 1 in 64 chance, but he managed to win it somehow. Crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, good. Poker. I could use a good round of poker. That sounds fun, actually. That sounds fun. All right. And then Wordle. We got all greens today. I started with chirp from our mini crossword. Chirp with a P on the end. And then bleep. I'm going to bleep out the bad words. And then stoop, but not the traditional spelling of stoop. That was one of those ones I was expecting it to just tell me, nope, sorry, that's not how you spell it. Stoop definition. S-T-O-U-P.
Stoop.
Stoop. S-T-O-U-P. A basin for holy water. Oh, it's a religious thing. A basin for holy water, especially on the wall near the door of a Roman Catholic church, for worshipers to dip their fingers in before crossing themselves. Stoop.
Stoop.
Huh. Interesting. I thought I just spelled stoop wrong, like you stoop down to my level. Stoop. And then I tried snoop, which confirmed that it was in fact a double O. Snoop. You feeling snoopy? And then I tried swoop. Swoop. And luckily that was it, because I can't really think of another word that could have fit there. So that luckily was it. Next one, strands. Of course, quint essential. Quint is 5 things. So give me 5. Give me 5. 5 days in a week. 5 senses. The 5 boroughs. The 5 vowels. Technically 6, but okay. 5 toes. 5 oceans. Love it. So it took stoop but not druid. Yeah, I know. Like, what the heck? Come on. This is Christian-centered or something. What's going on here? All right. And we've polished it off today with the letterbox. We played byword, right? You don't want to be a hiss and a byword. Speaking of religious words, I think it's in the Bible. You want to become a hiss and a byword. And then D for damaged. And then D again for dicier. Well, some places are dicey, and some places are dicier. And then how did Aranya sell it yesterday? Or that was today, I guess. Microbrewery, and then yardage. Nice one. And then yesterday they solved it. Whoops, don't do that. Yesterday they solved it. I clicked the wrong button. With oviduct and tramway. I did say tramcar, but tramway definitely does work. Awesome. Well, good. Yeah, if you like what you see, give this video a like. Consider subscribing, because we do this every day. Glad you guys came on. Wayano, great to see you. Amazing to see you. Glad you came on. Aranya, as always. We saw a couple of other faces, too. Let's see. Who was it? Allison came on and said, I finally got to see you live instead of just watching the replay. I'm so glad. Thank you for coming on. I'm glad you're represented. I appreciate that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming on. Great show, great live stream, fun chat. So good to see you, Wayano. I hoped maybe one day to see you in person again. We did cross paths one time recently, didn't we? That was kind of fun. Anyway, thanks for a great stream, and I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.